Hello, Scribblers. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be giving you 5 backlist book recommendations in 5 minutes or less. Publishing focuses on a lot of debuts and upcoming title releases, but there are hundreds of backlist books out there that deserve our attention. One of the best ways to learn your craft is by reading. So, whether you read in or out of your genre, out of your age range, which you should try to do all of those, if you're not enjoying that book, stop and examine why. Whether it's the style of the writing, the character development, the pacing, etc. And the same thing if you're enjoying the book. What about it and how it's written is hitting for you? This will help you as a writer to really more easily identify elements in our own writing that are either really strong or things that need improvement. So, like I said, I only have 5 minutes to do this, so let's dive in. The first book I'm going to talk about is Tarnished Are the Stars by Rosiee Thor. Tarnished Are the Stars is a young adult sapphic space opera. Our main character, Anna, has a clockwork heart, which is really cool, and she deals in black market tech. Nathaniel is an aristocrat's son who wants to arrest Anna to prove his dad that he's capable, and Eliza is the assassin character posing as Nathaniel's wife to be, okay? So you can see this is all set up for fantastic shenanigans to ensue. Highly recommend. So not only is this novel beautifully written, but it has 3 point of views. This is a great study in how to balance multiple point of views and in how to create conversations around queerness in a fantasy world that doesn't have the same history and lexicon that our world does. Rosiee Thor does some really masterful work with character development, and it's definitely worth taking notes on. All right, book number 2 is Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand. Another young adult. This one's a horror novel. It's a brilliant allegory about the dangers of a patriarchal society. So you've got Marion, Zoe, and Val. They are respectively the newbie, the pariah, and the queen bee of a small coastal island town called Sawkill Rock. There's a dark force there that's going to bring them together and tear them apart. Their survival hinges on whether or not they can break free from its patriarchal hold, okay? So this novel is really mind-blowing, and it's creepy. For me, it ranked a solid 8 out of 10 on the creepy scale. I am a baby, so take that with a grain of salt. But it's a great horror novel. So again, you have beautiful prose that Legrand is known for. You've got the weaving together of 3 different point of views. And you also see this really brilliant subversion of expectations within this group of girls. So it starts out with all the hallmarks of the mean girls trope, and it really morphs into something very unexpected as you go through this novel. I also think this novel is excellent for looking at how you can address very timely social issues through writing. All right. Book number 3 is The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Tokuda Hall. This is one of those books that I wish I hadn't read just so I could read it again for the first time. Like, that is just how good this book was for me. Like, it really hit all of my little all of my little check boxes for what I love in a book. So the main character is a gender fluid pirate. This book is a beautiful look at kind of what makes you who you are and the joy of finding those who love you just as you exist in the world. And it's one of those books that really destroyed me in like the absolute best way possible. So if you're looking to be emotionally destroyed, please read The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea. That is the book for you. But from a craft standpoint, The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea is a great reference for how to create a fairy tale or a mythology. So Tokuda Hall's writing draws you into the world. It weaves in the fairy tale elements, and it's just seamless. It's also a fantastic reference if you're writing a story with gender fluid point of view character. There are a lot of ways to write that gender fluidity, but Maggie just does it so well, and so I think it's a great book to read to help you figure out how you want to write that character because she just, like I said, she does it so beautifully and so masterfully. Okay, so we're 4 minutes, 45 seconds in, and I'm only on book number 4. So obviously, this is not going to be 5 books in 5 minutes. I'm going to have to adjust my timing of this because I guess I just have way too much to say. All right. So, book number 4 is Ghostwood Song by Erica Waters. So, this book has the main character named Shady Grove, which amazing name, right? Like, is that not just the perfect name? And Shady has the ability to summon ghosts when she plays her daddy's fiddle. So you can kind of see where this is going, right? You see Bellamy's here. This is why it is longer than 5 minutes, guys, because Bellamy wanted to be involved in this. And you can, I'm sure, hear his tail hitting the garbage can back there. Fabulous. Bellamy break. Welcome back from our Bellamy break. All right. So there is so much craft knowledge to be gained from Ghostwood Song by Erica Waters. So just for starters, Waters just has gorgeous, gorgeous prose. It just flows over the page so well and really just carries you along like sentence to sentence, word to word. It's perfection. Secondly, this is a single point of view book where the main character, Shady, has to solve the murder mystery, right? So if you're looking for examples of how to write a whodunit type story, this one is great. It's definitely worth studying how Waters guides you through the story and sets up red herrings to distract you from who the real baddie is. All right, our final book in this set, is Miss Meteor by Tehlor K. Mejia and Anna Marie Mclemore. Okay, so Miss Meteor is about best friends, beauty pageants, aliens, queer friendships. So if any of those things are your jam, this is the book for you. It's a really fun read with friendships at its core, and you don't get a lot of friendship books. And so I think that's in itself is a really cool thing to just like look at and study. But also, it's really, it's just so beautifully written, right? You laugh and you cry. Some of those times you're laughing and crying from something that was really extremely funny, and then other times you get a little teary eyed just because of how heart touching some of these different moments are in the book. And it's just a really fun read, right? So the humor in this book is one of the things I think makes it worth reading. It's very charming. It creates honest laugh out loud moments. And this is a book I think where you can tell that the authors just really had fun and let themselves write what they love, which is a really important component of writing that we don't always highlight enough, that we just have to sink into those details and those things that we love. It's an excellent study as well in how to balance tension and conflict with comic relief, and how to write with just enough fantastical elements that you really leave the reader wondering if were there really aliens in town or not. Like, we don't know. So I think it really creates a lot of that. It really engages the reader because it makes you think. You're like, wait, is this what's happening or not what's happening? So I have gone way over time, but that's okay because I got to talk about 5 amazing backlist books that it's really hard to say, backlist books that I really enjoyed reading and I think are worthwhile to look up and to read, not only from a storytelling perspective and just good writing, but from a craft perspective, because there's a lot, like I said, that you can learn from reading all of those books. If you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts were. And what books do you look to when you're looking to learn craft? Whose books do you read and what are you looking for in them? So make sure that you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy writing or reading, Scribblers. Bye.